At the Indy Bio Accelerator in San Francisco, it's Demo Day, a time for the latest batch of startups to try to convince investors that their weird science can transform industry.
It's contaminated with oil and salts and dirt.
This is contaminated wastewater. Alkali Labs says there's actually enough lithium in wastewater from the U.S. petroleum industry to meet the world's lithium demand for decades. But
there's no technology out there that can get the lithium out of oil and gas wastewater today.
That's why Alkali Labs grows microbes that thrive in wastewater and suck up lithium. It eventually becomes sludge, which the startup believes someday will be rich with lithium that can be injected into batteries.
Huge spikes in demand for lithium with total inability to meet that demand by our mining abilities, by our facilities, and that causes problems, that stalls our transition to electric vehicles. But it's already there.
Also looking to the ocean for solutions is Lil Technologies, which is focused on carbon capture. But instead of requiring huge machines to pull it out of the air, the startup grows phytoplankton that can sink to the bottom of the ocean to restore the ecosystem.
We grow phytoplankton, microscopic algae, that live in the ocean. They're the bottom of our food web and the basis of all life as we know it in the ocean. We then disperse those, releasing them in predetermined locations. Once they're in the waterway, they consume those excess nutrients that humans release that unintendedly cause a lot of problems.
If we told each other that it won't be flying cars, it's going to be rocks and minerals and stuff at the bottom of the ocean and stuff in the dirt, we'd be like, what do you mean? That sounds almost apocalyptic. Worries about long supply chains and deglobalization are all coming together now and concentrating into a field of technological development in VC that is trying to basically just liberate sustainable resource development.
And at IndieBio, you also find companies that are making materials that you'd probably never guess where they came from. This yarn, for example, I'll give you a hint. One man's trash is another man's treasure.
Bloom Labs is taking proteins from agricultural and textile waste like feathers, wool, soybeans, and corn, then converting it into pellets that become fibers.
Textiles account for 10% of global carbon emissions and 35% of microplastic pollution that's in our oceans. And so that affects our food, our water systems. So what we're doing is we're mitigating all sorts of carbon emissions and microplastics from the planet by specifically going after polyester.
With the ability to manufacture everything from packaging materials to silk-like threads, Bloom Labs' goal is to build a circular economy, one where products are created from nature, used up, discarded, and then reformulated again. More News CGTN, San Francisco.